Alright lads, today I'm checking out the Forgotten Bridge area in Eternal Towers of Hell. This one's a re-recording because my first time I played this, I gave half-assed reactions because I was tired. I think people deserve better than half-assed reactions, so I'm re-recording this. I've already beaten all the beginner stuff, but why not do them again? So this one's the Steeple of Meaningless Decisions, and it's not that hard, I think. It shouldn't be that hard. It's the first steeple that I think the new player is exposed to. This one's unindicated. I didn't know that this one was gonna topple based on where you stand, so you gotta somehow time it. This one's actually pretty hard for the first tower, I think. It took me a couple tries. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna take me like 20 minutes just to get up this bit. There you go. Okay. This bit's not too hard. This bit, you got 20 seconds to complete a small set of platforms, but this isn't too hard. I think on my first playthrough, I was really close to the timer expiring, so you actually do have to kind of pick up the pace a little bit. Like here, I made it barely with enough time to spare. This is where I think I practiced my first proper wraparound, wowee. So, yeah. Here, what looks like the desired path is slightly brighter than everything else. And you can see through everything else, so I assume you fall through it. Okay. Well, it's not too hard. Here we've got indicated conveyors, which is good. Up here I'm supposed to go here. Okay, that's an issue. Let's do a proper wraparound. There's a tightrope, but it's too thick for it to be a hazard. Now here's confusing until you realise that what's on the wall is where the platforms are kind of going to be. I don't know why it's invisible, but it's an odd design choice, but it is what it is. Yeah, you make it across that. This one topples, so you want to be careful of that. Push brick. I don't know why Ring 2 Subrealm gives a tutorial on this when this one doesn't, but it is what it is. Nothing is explained here, and by explained I mean with words. I think. Can't remember. This is just yap about the game's difficulty, so that's not an explanation. But I'll read it anyway. You know what I find sad? Some people despise this game simply because of it is difficulty. That's not how you use an apostrophe, by the way. They only hate it because they think they'll never be able to conquer it. You were able to get to this subrealm though, so it seems like you haven't given up. Well, not yet. Yeah, well I got to the Ring 2 subrealm before the Ring 1 subrealm because there was an overwhelming demand to check that out. So here, these are unindicated jump bits, but I think they're called elevators, I don't know. It's a very odd name, it's what I've been told. But these are kind of indicated, but like not very well. There's nothing explaining that welded bits are going to push you up into the air. But I guess that's something you figure out. If I remember correctly, that's also the only place in this entire steeple where they're used. So it's not great design. It's not like an integral part of the level, it's just a once-off little bit. And that's kind of an issue. Here, you just kind of get through these, I guess. Very simple platforms, just different shapes, that's it. That's the only real gimmick here. More yap. Most players enjoy towers more if they have safety nets to catch their fall. They fear the risk of failure and repetition. I feel as if this game was inspired by getting over it in some way, where one false move could send you tumbling down for miles if the only thing you gained was the knowledge of what lied ahead. It was infuriating, that was the point, and yet people still played for one reason or another. I guess this game just doesn't completely live up to that, though. Well, it's Roblox. Roblox players tend to have lower patience levels compared to other players, I would assume. Because this game is one of those games where people just say, you bad game, because they can't complete the first level and move on. Okay, well that was... okay. Let's try that again. This is very basic, just stuff here. Here is an invisible platform, but it's also a moving platform because, well, yeah. At least there's indications for where the moving platform's going to start and finish. Which is good, that's good design. Of course it isn't consistent because right here, invisible bits are used to tell you where not to step. So I don't know. Does it need to be consistent? Also, there's no indication these are bits that are going to topple as you step on them. That's a design issue as well. But I think most people will just get through them fast enough for it to not really be an issue. Look, looks like you're somewhat nearing the end. Maybe when you finish, you'll decide to take the challenge. There's no reward for beating it, aside from the fact that you face it head on. No badge, no tower points, nothing. But don't let that discourage you. I'm going to let that discourage me because I would want a reward for taking on a challenge. I've also been told to not take on this challenge because it's like an intense difficulty challenge or something, and like you can't really go back, so yeah, I'm not taking that on. This is really simple stuff. This bit here is not so simple. A lot of things spin, but you get through it, it's whatever. Here's another speedrun bit. This time you've got 15 seconds instead of 20, but it's fine because you don't even need that many seconds. That's very generous compared to the first one. Looks like we're nearing the end. I'm not taking the challenge. The challenge is there, I'm not taking that on. I'm just going down here and we're calling it a day. I'm gonna wait till that reaches 727. There we go. Nice. When you see it. Alright, now I'm going to take on the second one again. I don't remember many of these. Steeple of Low Woe. I don't know why there's a block there, but it was what it is. Oh fuck. Oh, for it. It didn't even take that long. No way. I barely made many videos on this game and people already recognize. That's crazy. Okay. Now here's a conveyor, I think. That's a conveyor. Just go around this. I go here. I do a wraparound. There's a spinny bit that's unindicated. There's no rope or anything this time. That's fine though. Oh. Okay, I slipped. Anyway. Oh, I missed that as well. This bit's symmetrical if I recall, so it doesn't really matter which way I go. Very basic platforming. This one's a moving platform, but it's indicated like the first Steeple, so that's good. That I wait for the platforms to come around. I've never tried to go on the lower one. Well, it doesn't matter because I'm going on the higher one now. It's a one stud difference. It really doesn't make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things. Wrap around. Yay. Okay. I don't know why there's an invisible bit here. What purpose does this serve? What is this? I guess for symmetry, but like, I'm pretty sure there's other ways about going around achieving symmetry. Like maybe shrink this bit here by 2 studs, maybe shrink this bit so it's a 1 stud wall. I don't know. It's a very questionable design choice. But does it really matter? No, it doesn't. Sideways gameplay. And then I go around here. I take 1 billion damage. I go here, do another wraparound. I do another wraparound. Yes. That's not really a wraparound. This is a wraparound though. Very fast conveyor. Goes down. This time, their wobbling platforms are indicated by rope. That's cool. Indicated transparent platforms, even though I don't know what the point of this is. It's fine though, because this is relatively easy. Climb up this, because this just works somehow. This goes against my understanding of the Roblox physics, but that's fine. I go here, and then I rush across here. We do some epic gaming. Welcome to floor 5. Make sure to avoid transparent platforms as you will fall through them. Okay, so there are indicated transparent platforms and an unindicated wobbling platform. Great. Okay, I see how it is. Now I actually don't know where to go from here. I think I go here. I wait for these to come around. This really isn't that hard. But then again, it's a low woe steeple, so... Alright, let's see if I follow this bit again. Okay, this bit really screwed me over the other day when I tried to play it. These ones, they're very thin. You don't really need to go around these. There's some invisible bits here to throw you off, including a 3-block little gap here. And that. And you kind of just go around like this. You go here, then go here, up here. There's an invisible brick here that, well, goes against what's down here, because this one you can step on and not fall through, unlike literally every other invisible brick here. There's also what looks like a goose or duck or something down here. Can't really get a good angle of it. It doesn't even look like it has a bloody head. I can't get down there enough to really see, but that's fine. Here, it's a little odd, but like, it's indicated, so yeah. Oh. I think I'm all about to fall off here if I continue moving, so I'm going to try and reposition myself like so. Go up here, I go over here, here, over here. I wait for that to come around, and then I win. Awesome. That wasn't too hard at all. Now I'm going to do Steeple of Pursuit again. I'm also going to do Tower of Jolly Good Fun again, but just so it's a little different, I'm going to try one of the intermediate ones down there because I haven't really looked at any of these. Well, the only gimmick here is to run, so I guess I should run. Gotta wait for that to come around though. I go up here. Oh, okay, and now there's rising lava. Unexplained gimmick. That's always fun. Wobbling platforms with no indication of such, and I fell into the lava. Okay, can I... Barely. Okay. Oh, fuck you! I walked over that! I'm gonna fucking die. No, what? It doesn't work! That's stupid. You can just walk over the X, so you can't even push. Oh my god. That's just dumb, is what that is. Okay, now let's go. Wobbling platforms. I love unindicated gimmicks. I also love the unindicated rising lava gimmick that's never been used prior. So now I'm just playing Flood Escape, which is always fun. There's a zip line. Not really indicated, but actually it is indicated. I think the zip line itself is a visual indication. That's on me. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't jump around that. I go up here. I think I go over here. I go to the sides because, oh fuck. Okay, somehow I'm not dead, and it's a bloody miracle. God damn it. Okay, this is probably where I'm going to die, because now that's gonna pretty much disintegrate. I think if I fall here, I'm screwed, so I try to go around the side here. I go here, over here, up here. This is probably where I'm going to die, because these do like 1 billion damage. Same with, oh fuck. I'm not gonna... Okay. This is basically if an outdoor section was the entire tower. There's no other way to put this. Because you can't really make a mistake here. Well, you can, but like, the consequences of making a mistake compared to other towers are much higher. This is considered a beginner steeple. This is in the first zone, in with all the other beginner stuff. I guess it teaches the beginner stuff like nerve control and thinking fast, but like, I don't know. I don't know if this one's really appropriate for the first zone. I want to call it realm or whatever. Oh, fuck. The conveyor arrows are never consistent, it seems. Because these ones are different to the other ones in the first steeple. I think in the second one as well. Okay, and then here I do cool wraparounds. I just go up here as well. The lava stops here for now, you may cool down outside. Well, thank God. Why is there a bigger platform here? Whatever. Up ahead just looks like torture, but okay. I guess we keep going. Oh, fuck. Holy fuck. If I fall here, I'm screwed. I'm on like a fraction of a health. Yeah, I just go sideways. A lot. Fuck! Holy what? How did I not die? Oh fuck. Oh my god, that is so stupid. And there was a button there as well. I noticed there was one on the ceiling somewhere around there. How were you supposed to get to that to activate the ladder? What? It rises already? I haven't even left the bloody first floor. Chill out. Can I get up here? If you can't tell already, I don't like this one. I like the theming, but it's not a good concept for a game like this, I think. Pretty much everything here is unindicated. I don't think the speed up bits in the zipline need an indication because those were used in the old tutorial, but like, I don't know. The rising lava stuff definitely threw me off and will probably throw off other people. I'm actually gonna wait here a little bit because I know these are just gonna kill me. Wait, hold on. If I look over here, why is there an invisible platform? I'm not going crazy, I see an invisible platform. Okay, I think I see the gimmick here, because if you go onto the invisible platform and then do a one block jump, go across, hit the button, the ladder up here becomes solid, I guess? Because otherwise the climb here is really fucking stupid. I think that's how it works, we'll see. Can I get up here? Okay, alright, now the ladder I can just climb up. The lava ends here, you're almost at the top. Well, thank God. Now, if I remember here, there's 5 different buttons I have to press, and they range from being really fucking stupid to just right here. So I guess what I'm supposed to do is press the red one first. I'm not quite sure what the most effective way of getting up here is, but that works. I don't know why there's black lines here, and here there's a near invisible platform you have to step on to reach this button. I can barely see it. You can see the studs like over here-ish. This is really stupid design. Why is this invisible? God damn! No. Okay. I really don't like that design. That's stupid design. This is really shit design. Now here, I'm supposed to kind of go here. That is really dumb as well, but there's kind of an indication if you look through the wall here. And then I guess look here to see, these studs look a little off. Something seems a little fishy, and it's also slightly darker. Maybe that I go through that. So it's not unreasonable, I think. The yellow one is very unreasonable. I don't know how a reasonable person is supposed to expect that there's going to be a near invisible platform. Blue button's just right here, and then the purple one I've got to actually put a little bit of effort into getting. Can I make it over there, please? Okay. Oh, I'm not good at getting around the wall. Okay, now I've hit the purple one, so now I should, in theory, be able to go here, up this, and then we're done. Cool. Alright, now I'm gonna do the tower that's over there. Steeple of Pursuit has some really odd design, honestly. This one's relatively simple in comparison, I think. This first floor is really detailed for a first floor, but maybe this is more modern than some of the other towers in Ring 1, I don't know. Well, there's some indications as to that these platforms might be up to something. It's not quite apparent that they disappear as you step on them, but there is an indication. It goes against some of the other indications we've learnt. Normally they're supposed to be like a line below, but maybe this stage is, the color choice here is not a bit too bright for them to be apparent. I don't know, but there's some level of indication. I can't really complain there. These are just relatively straightforward. Just go across these like so, nothing too difficult. Invisible bricks that imply you shouldn't step on them. Very simple jumps. Not a lot to say here. In terms of design, this one's pretty good so far. Moving platforms. Oh, I got bamboozled by that one. These don't really have indication, but it's not like this needs indication, I think. If you stop here, you might get up here and realize, there's a lot of invisible bits here. Maybe there's something here, I don't know, but well, it seems like they have a pattern, but you only realize this if you really stop to think. I don't know. Conveyors, once again with different arrows, but there's indication, so that's fine. An outdoor section that's pretty much a joke. For an easy tower, it's good. I really wish I discovered this one sooner. Just go here, nothing too difficult. That time, the bits that the ropes are hanging from are used as the platform, so that's cool design. There's a yellow bright brick, except this one just teleports you over here for God knows why. Explained in the tutorial, but the only place you can go is onto here. So once again, it's kind of whatever. Doesn't really need an indication, I think. I mean, it's yellow, so it implies you're probably going to go somewhere that's yellow. I think the first thing you do anyway is step on it, so it's like, whatever. It's got some level of indication at least. It's just not explained in the tutorial, so another tightrope section, except these are too thick to really be a hazard. If I was a beginner, I probably still would have zoomed in with shift lock on those. I still am a beginner, but like, because that's my skill level at the moment. If this was my first time playing still, I'd go here, do that, and then do this. There's also invisible spheres. Well, not invisible, they're transparent, but like, I would hope these are just decoration. If that were gameplay, that would be an unindicated gimmick, and that would be annoying. Can I just get onto this one like so? Okay, there. I wouldn't say this is the most exciting gameplay, but it serves its purpose for being a really easy tower. This part's not fun though, because you're spending a lot of time just waiting for the platforms to move, and that's never really fun gameplay, just waiting for something to happen. Oh, there's that snake from like that other tower that I looked at, except this one doesn't have any different colored bits that I need to look out for, I think. Here there's, oh, we're back to having these disappearing platforms. There's a red brick similar to the yellow one somewhere down there. The only place you can really go is into that red brick. It looks like a kill brick because it's colored like one, but the floor above is red. You can literally see it here, so that's probably an indication that you're supposed to press it to get sent to the red floor. I'm overthinking this stuff probably, but hey, I'm being calm right now, so I haven't forgotten to be calm. More moving platforms, but we've already done this before, so you should know how they worked the first time. But at least they're being reused because this ensures consistency rather than just it being a once-off gimmick. I'm pretty sure it's used one more time here. I can't remember where though. Just some more simple platform stuff, nothing too crazy. Just go around this. Oh, okay. I forgot that that was a climb. That's alright though. I just make my way back up. I learn from my mistakes. I don't make the same one twice. We'll see how things go. After all, I know what's ahead now. See? Now I get across here. I go around this way because going around this other way is just longer, even though I've stood there and yapped long enough that I probably could have completed that. More invisible platforms, that's fine. This is too thick to be a hazard. It's literally one stud wide. So you should be fine in theory. And in practice, you probably will be. I reckon anyone could do this. So long as they like had a couple minutes to spare. So there's where it's used again. I'm gonna wait because I kind of got here as like a more conveyors or forward pushing platform things. I don't know what they're called. It doesn't really matter though, you know what I mean. Spinning platforms, okay. More one block wide tight ropes, too thick to really be a hazard. That's probably the 4th time I've said it, I don't know. And then thanks for playing. It's not like I really had a choice, but you're welcome. And then you touch that and whip. That wasn't too hard at all. Now let's go and do something intermediate since I've done all the beginner stuff again and given half-assed reactions. Now, alright, what do I want to do? Do I want to try Steeple of Wall punching? Probably not because that's hard as well, but I can't really go back now. Okay, that's a 6 stud wide wraparound, so now I've really got to learn how to do a wraparound. Oh, what? What? The indication is barely visible. What the fuck? That's not an indication. That's just shit design. Oh my god. Oh, fucking hell. This is already not great design. I don't like this. Okay, there we go. That was very odd. Now here, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to... Oh, okay, I failed to do a wraparound. That was more like a hop into a wall around. I don't know. I'm assuming the strategy here is just speed run, except that's not how you speed run. Okay, can you... You can just do that. That was really cool. Okay. Well, that makes that bit a little bit easier, even though if I'm really trying to find ways to cheese the first obstacle, then that probably says a lot about me. Oop. Okay, so there's this type of jump again. I don't really have a safety net if I fall, so I've really got to try and make these. God damn. I can't make that jump! There we go. Okay, well, that's the first floor. If I was already having that much trouble on the first floor, then God knows what the other floors are going to be like. This is a steeple, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Alright, so... Oh, I think I see the way. I go over here, go up here, 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 and then go across this. Okay. In practice, I'm probably going to fall here. But hey, if I keep being positive and I think that I can make it, I probably will. Okay, now I'm up to the pink bit. Oh, these are... Okay, this one's going to probably be a little odd. Okay, that was quite a big jump. Okay, now what do I want to do here? Wraparounds, okay. Okay. Alright, so not quite sure what the strategy here is. Maybe I climb onto here? No. Okay. I do not like these platforms, man. If that's not already obvious by now. This yellow floor is not too hard at all. Except for these wraparounds, I think. Because now I'm actually forced to do them properly. Unlike, well, the other ways I've been doing them, let's put it that way. Oh, far out. Okay. Those beginning platforms suck. I don't know how else to put it. This one's fine because it just pushes you into the wall. This one flings you all the way. I guess the first one does too, but I don't know. I don't like it. These are not sufficient indications of anything. I expect most of my gameplay to be all the way down in the beginning. These platforms suck. These are the 3 jumps of the embodiment of hatred. Oh, well that wasn't too hard at all. Oh, fuck. Oh my god. This is gonna take a little bit. Alright, so, just some spinny platforms. Okay, shouldn't be too difficult. Except this looks difficult. Okay, that one spins much slower. Oh, the unindicated disappearing what the fuck? Bro, how are you supposed to... What the fuck is this design? And those are wobbly things too. And that's a conveyor that goes all the way down. And I can't really see too much further up ahead, except maybe I just make it across this somehow, go up onto here, and we call it a day. And then, looks like I have to do a sideways wraparound, more sideways wraparounds, get up here, maybe, maybe get up here and then go onto here? I can't really tell. I don't know what the plan here is. Can you even get up here? Yeah, you can. Okay, and then you go here. I zoom in. I press this calmly, of course. Can't be too uncalm here. Okay, I'm not sure what the plan here is because I can't make it on top of the first jump. So maybe I do this and then go like so. Oh my god, that is a really rough transition. Okay. Wow. Okay, wobbly platform. That's gonna take 1 billion years to time this jump. That wouldn't take too long at all. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? You can't just do that! That's stupid design! What was even the gimmick here? You can't see that that's a conveyor. What the hell? I don't trust anything in this fucking steeple now. And then, what? Wow. Okay, so, looks like I have to do a couple wraparounds. Oh, fucking, no. Oh my god. I don't like this one. This one's stupid. This one breaks every rule of design. Why do I still have the Karante skin? I can say I freedom dove to the bottom. Oh, what was that? Okay. I'm gonna really be screwed on that one obstacle. This purple bit's not too hard, I think. Besides the unexplained gimmicks. Alright, here I basically have to speed run. What? You son of a bitch! That one disappears as well? How was I supposed to know? What the hell is this gimmick? That's stupid. No. What? This is shit design. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, now I really have to speedrun every single platform and make it onto there. Because unexplained gimmicks go- I fucking jumped! There, got past the unexplained gimmick galore. Lovely. And here it takes a decade solely because of the conveyor. Oh, far out. Okay. Okay. Doesn't seem like I'm making that wrap around. I hate that fucking stage. Oh my god! Alright, I think I'm gonna take a break and try again later. I'm not liking this. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try one thing, alright? If this doesn't work, then I don't think anything else will until I, like, I don't know, go to sleep and try again. I'm gonna flip the other avatar and hope that it updates it. Okay, so bad timing, I guess. They spin at different speeds, so it's not easy to get up there, I think. Well, it is easy in comparison to the rest of the Steeple, but, like, I don't know. A little reliant on waiting, which I never really think is the best design for a level, because there's a lot of time spent not having fun. That's bullshit, that's stupid design. I always forget that that's there. It's really inconsistent as well, I think. Sometimes it pushes you 20 miles ahead, other times it barely pushes you so you can just kind of land onto a platform. What? I don't like that jump because I always fear that exact thing happening. I always have to proceed with caution there specifically because one block jumps are some of the most odd things to me. Sometimes my character will just climb onto them, sometimes it won't. I don't know. I can't really get consistent enough. I can't get consistent in this entire Steeple, but it's what it is. I've restarted this, can't really stop. I fell at like the last couple jumps, so I think I can get back up there. If I've done it once, I can do it again. See now, why is this conveyor indicated clearly, but like the billions of others in this Steeple aren't? Why did I think I could make that? I should have just... whatever. I felt a little ambitious, I took a risk, it did not pay off, I don't think that was possible. Now I pay the price. But if I can do that, I can get back up there. I mistimed that by a fair bit, actually. I slipped. What the fuck? I would never understand that design. This is objectively some of the worst design I've seen thus far. You can't just make a those you know tower. You can't just do this. Is this really appropriate for a Zone 1 intermediate tower Steeple? You know, I'm going to use Steeple and tower interchangeably. I really do not care. This one's called Eternal Towers of Hell, not Eternal Steeples and Towers of Hell. I just assume by default everything's a tower. Yes, I know the difference. I'm not an idiot. I don't think this is appropriate for, once again, first zone, intermediate Steeple. I have no idea why I tried to rush that. I have no idea what the plan was. Tired once again, so I'm not able to 100% think straight. I don't like that transition, and I fell. Alright, I'm not doing this, I'm too tired. Well, let's give this a try. Don't know why I'm pulling out the Karante-chan skin again, but it is funnier to freedom dive to the bottom of the tower than it is to simply fall to the bottom of the tower. And plus, using this skin does give me aura, or at least the completion aura. That guy fell. There was a guy who fell there. That's brutal. These beginning sections are kind of a breeze because I've done these so many times, I could probably do them with my eyes closed. Now, you know what? I can't. I'm not going to test that. I wouldn't be able to get past the first jump. But you get the point. Okay, well I failed to do that. But yeah, I've done like the first 2 or 3 floors quite a couple times. I should be able to get the hang of these. 4th floor isn't too hard. 5th one's, well, 4th floor is annoying. 5th floor is fine. And 6th one I don't know how to do. I've only ever gone up there once, because the transition from the 5th floor to the 6th floor is really intimidating for some reason. and I slipped there because I walked right into the wall. Okay. I think here it's valid to complain about level design because this is zone 1. This is the first zone a beginner is probably going to access unless they're told to look at zone 2 first, much like I was. But this is zone 1, and this is intermediate. It's not advanced, it's or soul crushing, it's intermediate. And for something like this to be in there, really? You can't make the excuse that, oh, those who know. Like, who the hell thinks a beginner is going to know that this is supposed to be a reference to the game God knows how many years ago? Look, I get that other people have played this game far longer than, well, a beginner probably would have, obviously. But, I don't know. I really don't think... Well, a beginner's obviously not gonna know, that's a given, but I also don't think this is appropriate for the first zone. Maybe if this was a little further in the game, like, maybe... I don't even know where I'd put this. I'd actually argue this is worthy of being removed. No. I don't even know what the other steeples or towers in this zone are like, so I can't really give a comparison. But out of the ones I've played so far, this and Pursuit are probably some of the more not so great ones. Everything else is fine with very minimal to really note. Well, besides the fact they actually do kind of introduce mechanics and kind of explain them. Well, they do explain them. They certainly explain mechanics better than here, because here there's absolutely no explanation for trolls, fakes, and all that stuff. Alright, this platform I don't like the timing to, and both of these spin at different speeds, so it's not the easiest thing in the world to get a timing. Alright, and then these, if I recall correctly, they disappear as you step on them. That one's a conveyor. It's very subtle. There's an arrow, but you don't see it until you examine closely after you get past it. These are wobbly bits, no indication. This time there's a conveyor with indication, but why here? Why not at the beginning? Why not at the stage before? And I fell. Here I'm basically forced to actually perform proper wraparounds, as people would say. So I would hope people are proud of me. I just do what works for me for some reason, and what works for me definitely doesn't work for other people, and probably won't work later on in the game. The main thing is I don't die. Sometimes. I also don't know if that's the practical way to do whatever that part is, go around a truss. Probably isn't, but I don't see a better way to do it. I really do not. Other people probably will, and that's fine. That is so stupid, oh my goodness. Alright, now I calmly make it across this. Yes, we're still being calm, because being calm is how you enjoy a game like this. If I pass this red, well, if I pass, well, the jump from here to here, this red floor is basically GG. I don't like this jump. I always miss it, as you can see there. The red floor is at least skill. I don't mind the red floor. The purple one's not good. I don't like it. The pink one's fine. It's at least skill dependent. Same with the yellow one. Nothing really too stupid there. The green, the beginner floor is also not good, but at least it's the beginner floor and not like at the top, so it's really whatever. I still don't think it's appropriate for a first floor, but it's not appropriate anywhere, so there's no making me happy there. I can make that jump, but I can't make the jump from the red stage to the blue one. That's fun. Holy moly. I slipped. From what? Well, I guess it is what it is. That's what happens when you wear an obnoxious avatar. Get around. What is that jump? I forgot what to do there. This bit's basically free until the one block jumps. Well, not these ones are doable. I mean like this one here. This bit's pretty chill as well, just don't try to make any funny shortcuts. That bit's not very chill, I don't like it. If I don't do anything funny here, I've just got to somehow make it onto here. Fuck you. Fuck you! And fuck that conveyor. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, a 5-block wraparound. Okay. That's crazy. This is where I fell last time. I don't think I can make these. I knew it. Okay. What do I do here now? Oh my god, please! Yes! Oh my god, finally! Fuck! Oh my fucking god. No way! Yes! Oh my god. I'm finally done. I'm not doing that again. I never want to go into Steeple of Wall punching again. Absolutely not. Never again. Fuck this.